Alessandra Mastronardi, what a great name. And you're playing Franca.
Yes.
So how does a normal day for Franca looks like with John Fontanelli?
Oh my gosh, well, it depends on the period that you're talking about. If you're talking about the first period, so the beginning of our show, Franca with Philip is a little bit maternal, but a very severe mother, because she has to transform a kid into a man. So a person into someone that can have the potential to change the world. And it's not something so easy to do, especially because John is a very turbulent and the personality of this character is very strong, so it's a hard work. But then during the show, from a mother, she becomes like a companion, not even a friend, but something more, an ally or someone to count on it. So the relationship change, and she is even more next to him, more than above him. She goes like even behind him, supporting him. So it's a completely different story.
So if you are the richest person in the world, what are the do and what are the don'ts?
If I am?
Yeah,
Well, I
if
will
you would be that.
If I will be? Well. Well, that was the question of the entire show, of the entire period that we've been shooting. And even if at the beginning, the first thing that you will say is, well, maybe I will spend it to myself, or maybe I will help my family, I will buy this house for my mom, I will buy this house for my aunties, for my grandmother, and you want to do everything. And then day after day, you think about it more, and probably what you will do is exactly what they do. So go into the massive issues, but from another perspective. So from the top of the pyramid, that is the market. So change it. I work for UNICEF, and I go, and I'm an UNICEF ambassador, so I go there. I go where the poverty is, where the conflicts are, where the countries really need help. And what you realize, it's everything, it's been done by diplomacy, by the government. So you have to work with those people and with this system more than just, offer, because at some point that offer finish. And that's the point of Franca with John.
Du hast die Macht, das Leben der Menschen zu verändern.
So how would you describe John? He's a guy from Berlin.
Yeah.
On his bike.
Yes.
And so how would you describe him?
A rough kid. Very Berlin, very Berlin.
Very Berlin.
Or I like the way that you say it's Berlin. Very Berlin.
Very Berlin, yeah.
Yeah, it's a charismatic young man with a beautiful heart, very generous. But this is not just John, this is Philip. Philip brought into this character a lot of humanity. And I was and I am very proud that I work with genuine humanity. It's I think that the project is so special even because of him.
So did you know the book beforehand? Or did they told you?
I knew there was a book. I knew there was a book, and I knew it was a bestseller in the 1970s. And when I realized it was the 1970s, and we are still talking about that in 2023, actually it's even more modern, it's even more realistic today than in the 1970s. That makes you feel that nothing's changed, and that's not good. But at the same time, maybe this is the right time that we should talk about it.
So how was the casting? I heard Cassandra Hahn did the casting. Maybe where were you when you heard those? So there's a Paramount Plus project, which is I think the biggest right now, and it really looks like, I don't know, like James Bond. It really looks great. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So how was the whole process of the casting?
Well, it was actually really funny because it was August, and I was about, I'm Italian. So in Italy, August is the month to go for summer holidays. You cannot escape holiday in August.
Ferragosto.
Ferragosto is something that you have to do. So it was actually the 12th of August. Ferragosto is the 15th. And I was making my luggage for going to vacation, and they called me and I said, there is this project and there is this, you have to do this audition in Frankfurt, I think it was. And I said, but I can't, so I'm leaving. I said, no, you really have to read the script. And I did. I wrote the scenes that we were supposed to do, and it was very interesting. So I flew to Frankfurt in one day. I've done the audition with Philip and with Florian, the amazing director. And then I came back the same day, and I was like, wow. And I told them that if I'm not gonna be in this project, just congratulations, because it's a cool project.
Yeah, it is. And there's Franca, you, and John, Philip. And of course there's Malcolm McCain.
Yes.
What do you think, or what should the people expect from Malcolm McCain?
I don't know, because I don't want to spoil anything. But Oliver Masucci, that plays Malcolm McCain, is someone that you will love and hate at the same time.
Very good. Yeah, that's very diplomatic.
Not right?
Yeah, very diplomatic. So, did you ask yourself what would you do with all, if you from one day to another would be the
Of course I did.
richest person? That's the
Of course
question,
I did.
right?
Of course I did. I said, well, maybe I'm gonna buy a house first of all. But then I think it would be a massive responsibility, because I am made this way. So when it's like a massive amount of money, it's not just 10 or 20 euro or 1,000 or 3,000, it's big. So the responsibility of that, it could be very scary, you know, you could be scared by it, exactly like John. So probably, I hope that day I will be, if I will, I hope that I would be part of a team that suggests me the best thing, because I think that I will probably do the same thing that John does, because that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 6 episodes, and you shot everywhere in a lot of beautiful places.
Yeah.
What was your favorite shooting day? If there's one, or what are your 10 perfect shooting days?
I think probably when the period that we've been shooting in the headquarter of our company, they were the most difficult, but at the same time more interesting scenes, because they rebuilt everything in this plant factory. I remember the first day that was there and there was nothing, and then the day, and then when we arrived back and we went back there, it was so stunning, and it was so beautiful to feel that I was working into a project where every single person that was working on it believed in it. You know, the script supervisor, the light guy, the makeup artist, the costume department, everything, the design department was stunning. So I think there.
So do you have a little message, maybe even in Italian, why people should watch $1 billion, the show?
Well, I think that you should watch the show to give you another perspective to what really is happening in the world right now, but something very more realistic. It's not just a show, it's actually possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Grazie a te. Ho detto in inglese alla fine.
Sì, no, hai fatto bene, quello vero. Grazie, veramente
Grazie.
un grande show. A
Grazie
presto,
mille. Ciao.
Ciao.
Buona giornata.